This is RTX 5070 Ventus 2X. After seeing every 50 series gigantic monstrosities cards, this one is very compact. If you have small case but you still want to have good performance, this might be the way to go. And this is RTX 4070 Super next to RTX 5070. Don't forget to subscribe to see this upcoming video. Intel i7 14700KF, 32GB of DDR5 RAM and RTX 5070. Only 12GB of VRAM, what a shame. Cyberpunk 2077, 1440p resolution, completely maxed out graphic settings, path tracing is on, no DLSS, no frame gen. And we are 28, 26, 25 FPS. Oh my god, not a lot of FPS to be honest, but path tracing is very demanding. And it looks quite good, not very playable. 11.7GB of VRAM, and we're utilizing 15.3GB of RAM. So we actually at the limit of our VRAM, and 12GB is not enough for modern gaming. And at this FPS our frame time is just horrible, 39-41 milliseconds. It feels very heavy. It's hard even to control this car right now. And our FPS is not going to improve at all, but the good news, this is like movie FPS, 24 frames per second. And now eyes can see only 24 frames anyway, so it is good FPS. We are 26, 27 now, almost reaching 30. What happened on this road now? I don't know, 22, 21. Ooh, 22. VRAM is just over the top. What was that? Ooh, there is one more. And you too. This game is so much fun. I mean, if you're not very demanding person and 30 FPS for you is fine, maybe this is playable FPS, but not for me. Yeah, 24, 25, that's not a lot. I'm surprised we're only at 67 degrees temperature, I mean, and card is fully utilized. I mean, this is a good card, don't get me wrong, this is just path tracing, is very demanding. Let's keep 1440p at native, but switch off only path tracing. Just standard ray tracing, everything is maxed out, no DLSS, no frame gen. Because path tracing is just too broken and ray tracing is good enough. And let it kick in. Okay, we're at 41, 42, 43 FPS. Still utilizing way too much of VRAM, we got almost out of it. But 36, 37, 40 FPS, we gain like twice more almost. This is unbelievable how demanding path tracing is. From 24 FPS went to 41. And I don't think 4K is possible on this card, but I will try in the next video. Just curious, we're out of VRAM already. But game now more playable, to be honest. Now I can control the car, and it still looks phenomenal. Reflections, the light. I see difference. I mean, maybe it's just not that toned down, more brighter I could say, and I prefer this one more than path tracing, mainly because of FPS, but also it looks more fun in my opinion right now. So better to play Cyberpunk without path tracing with just ray tracing. Let's turn on path tracing back on, but also this time DLSS transformer model quality, 1440p resolution, still maxed out settings. And as you can see, DLSS is making a big difference. We're at 45 FPS, 47, basically almost playable. And we're utilizing 10.7GB of VRAM, 15GB of RAM. And it is now very good looking, very playable. It's still a little bit glitchy. Cyberpunk 2077 on RTX 5070. I need to get another car. I'm so sorry, I need a car. 48, 52 inside the car. And when we're driving away, it's still very consistent, and frame time is on the heavy side, so I would prefer to be like a 10, 15, not 21, and more than 21. And I don't think I'm going to make it. Okay, I'm getting away. It is more playable definitely, so I can control my character, control my car. So we're getting at least a very good FPS already. Still 1440p resolution, DLSS quality, but this time we'll switch on 4x frame gen, still maxed out settings. And we are at 150 FPS, 139. I can feel slight latency, tiny latency, and I can see lots of artifacts, especially in the corners of my screen. It is playable, but not the best possible experience. Since we have 4x frame gen and we're getting 150 FPS, so our main FPS must be somewhere around 35-40 frames per second, which is not enough for frame gen to work properly. It is slightly difficult to control the car. We have lots of visual bugs here and there. It is surprisingly looks convincing like native resolution, but it is not. AI is making just miracles nowadays. And once you will use it, you will see the difference straight away. That's why people don't really like AI frame gen. 1440p resolution, DLSS performance, 4x DLSS, and maxed out graphic settings with path tracing. That is how NVIDIA wants you to play this game. And we finally at playable frame rate 204, 203, so our base is 50. It's kind of playable. For frame gen, and especially a new one, 50 frames per second base is okay. I think I just died. The picture quality is more like 1080p, good 1080p, don't get me wrong. It is very still good looking game and 212 FPS. Don't get me wrong, this is still very good looking game even at these settings, but I would prefer 1440p, DLSS quality, standard ray tracing, ultra settings, and you'll have much crisper image. It's somewhere around 70 FPS, and also you can utilize frame gen if you like frame gen. Assassin's Creed Shadows 1440p, native, no DLSS, no frame gen, completely maxed out settings. And inside this small town we have 42 FPS, 40, 35. It is not great FPS at all. We went to 43 right now, just goes a little bit all over the place to be honest. And we're utilizing 10.3 gigabytes of VRAM. What is interesting, this GPU is supposed to be at 250 watts at maximum load, but as you can see, 220, 230, it was 190 before, 106 now. Something is off here in this game. And also with these visuals, this game must have way more FPS at this resolution. Even RTX 5090 is struggling in this game, but of course at 4K, but still struggling a lot. 1440p resolution, but this time DLSS quality, no frame gen, still maxed out graphics settings. And we are right now at 53, 48, we gain like 10 FPS, that's like the lowest jump I have ever seen. And we're running this game right now at 960p. This is ridiculous, we're not even getting 60 FPS. How game can be this unoptimized mess? I'm surprised. And Ubisoft is a big company. They could spend a little bit more money on optimization and give us good performance, solid 60, no? It's like developers knew we will have frame gen in our game, so why bother optimizing more? Let's give them like 45, 55 FPS range and that's it. They can just double it. DLSS performance, still maxed out graphic settings, no frame gen. And I think we have even lower FPS than before. I think we had 56, now 54. How can, look at this mess, this graphics looks horrible, so washed out. But at the same time, we didn't get more FPS at all. As I understood, the resolution means nothing in this game, and somehow, even at this resolution, we are utilizing 10.3 gigabytes of VRAM. So if you have 8 gigabytes on your graphics card, like 5060 Ti, you are screwed. Still 1440p resolution, DLSS performance, but this time we will use frame generation and still maxed out graphics settings. And look at that with 91, 95, 100 FPS. So this game was actually designed to be played with frame gen on. Because of frame gen, we are reaching almost the limit of our VRAM, and I can feel a little bit of latency. It's not perfect experience at all. Every time I'm trying to spin the camera, there is always microsecond delay. It's like playing this game on cloud gaming like GeForce Now with a little bit of latency. This is exactly the same experience right now. If you use controller, you're not gonna feel this latency at all, but mouse and keyboard, you will. Also, if we're doubling our FPS right now, our base FPS is 45, 44, it's not great. If you're planning to play this game on RTX 5070, I would strongly recommend you to use frame generation. GTA 5 Enhanced Edition 1440p, ray tracing is maxed out, no DLSS, completely maxed out settings. And even Enhanced Edition right now is running at 180 FPS. utilizing just 7.4 gigabytes of VRAM, 13.9 gigabytes of RAM. This is just beautiful experience. Let's see if it will be consistent with this FPS. 105, 102, 106, 108. It is very consistent, to be honest. 102 will drop below the 98, 94. Okay, lots of people around and went back straight away. Okay. During the driving, 108, 109, 111. Wow, it just always stays above 100 frames per second. And we are reaching 120 frames per second. This is such a good optimization. I'm surprised. And once we reach the grass, our FPS will go down, right? 93, 89, 87. Yeah, it went down significantly, but it's still very, very playable. I would keep it like this. DLSS quality doesn't need it at all. 92, 91, 95, 97, utilizing slightly more VRAM. If you have 8GB card like 5060 Ti, you will have problems here. But so far, this is just amazing experience. I would play it like this. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, 1440p experimental settings and native, no DLSS, and this game doesn't have frame gen. And we are at 51 FPS, 53, utilizing 10.4 gigabytes of VRAM. If you have again 8 gigabytes card, you are screwed. 18 gigabytes or almost 19 of RAM. This is very good performance. This is 1440p native experimental. Wow. It is very strange that this card is utilized only 195 watts of power. 88, 94, 96, 97. It just... Wait, what happened? Oh no. Big FPS drop. Look, went to 16 to 40 frames per second. 27, 36. Oh my god, that was bad. I'm not sure what happened, to be honest. I hope it's not card. Maybe this is just game engine or something. 51, 48. So it is playable. It's not the best FPS, but it is playable FPS already. Still 1440p experimental settings, but this time DLSS quality. And we are at 69, nice. 58 FPS, 54, 38, 28, 32. What's going on? 51, 67, 60, 49, 75. Oh, it just goes all over the place. Look at this FPS. It is not playable at all. It's very distracting when it jumps to this 75, 51. Oh no, 73, 69. GPU utilization is fine. 100, 80, 77, 38, 35. Wow, it's just all over the place for some reason. Maybe just experimental settings. They're just way too much for this card. Let's change settings to Ultra. Still DLSS quality, 1440p. Will this improve our FPS? We're just getting 13, 22, and yeah, 120. Much better. Wow. It still looks very, very good. And we're at 120 FPS, 115. Wow. This is experience. And it's not dropping anymore. Maybe experimental settings still very experimental. Maybe that's why they called experimental. But so far, this is crazy FPS. So if you're planning to play this game on RTX 5070, you can get 120 FPS in the game. You will have such a great time playing this game on this card. Last of Us Part 2, 1440p DLA, so no DLSS, no frame gen, completely maxed out settings. And we're at 100 plus FPS already. This is quite busy scene and it's a good place to test your FPS. We're at 99, 107, utilizing 10.6 gigabytes of VRAM and 17.4 gigabytes of RAM. And our GPU utilization is quite good, 99%. So 120, and we look at lights, 116, 104. So 97, 94, we're going down, 91. No, we're going down, 107. Hello, puppy. Such a good dog. This is 1440p native, and Last of Us Part 2 is absolutely playable at this resolution. I'm very surprised. I was hoping to see like 60 plus FPS, but not 120 to be honest. So RTX 5070 can be quite a beast in some games. Let's for fun switch on DLSS quality, no frame gen, still 1440p, still maxed out settings. And picture didn't change that much, maybe slightly softer, but we gain like 30 more FPS, 40, yeah, 30, 40 more FPS, which is always welcome. Most likely this is the way to play this game. 180, 179 when you're looking at lights. Lights very expensive in this game for performance. 127, then went to 150, 160, back to the lights, 126. As you can see, yeah, lights are very expensive in this game. So what do you think about RTX 5070? About performance? Do you like 12 gigabytes of VRAM? Would you like to buy it for 1440p gaming, or are you looking for something else? Write me in the comments below. Subscribe, like, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.